this guy first. Let me grab these. Hello, hello. Okay, good. It's on. Hi. Um, I'm Neil. Welcome. Hi. You have no idea who I am, and that's okay. Um, you are here to help me with an experiment if you are willing to stick around for a little bit. And I need your help. I legit, I'm not going to try to sell you anything. I don't want to do it. I need your help. So I am ancient. And my whole life, I have wanted to be able to play the piano. Right now, I sing, and I am I would say, competent singer. I don't have a specific genre. I'm comfortable singing Sammy Davis Jr., Toby Keith, Styx, like I'm all over the map. The other night, I was at a karaoke show, and I did She Used to Be Mine, the Sarah Bareilles song from Waitress, and standing ovation. I don't like. I'm not, and I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying it like I'm competent. I can sing. Not a great singer. I don't even know if I would say I'm a good singer. I'm competent. But I can't play anything. I can't play the guitar. Way too many things going on up here. I can't move my fingers that fast. I can't play the piano. I can read music. I can read music for instruments that you're playing one note at a time, right? Because that's my high school music education. Was I was a French horn player. If you have kids, by the way, don't give them the French horn as an instrument. It's a crap instrument. If you're a kid, if you're an adult, it's great. And it's an incredibly important instrument in so many. 1970s, the theme from Battlestar Galactica, the original theme from Battlestar Galactica, the good Battlestar Galactica, wouldn't have sounded the same. The Lauren Green version of Battlestar Galactica. It wouldn't have sounded the same if it wasn't for the French horn part. The theme from Dallas, incredibly important to have the French horn there. The French horn carries the melody of the theme from Dallas. But if you're a high school student, it is the worst instrument in the history of time. And you got to like shove your hand in. It's so wrong on so many levels. Don't make your high school aged child play the French horn. Let them make that decision later in life. So, anyway, I can read music for one note at a time stuff, but piano music? You're playing 10 notes. If you're Jerry Lee Lewis, you're playing 11 notes at a time because he's doing stuff with his foot? No. No, that's too much ink on the page. I can't read all of it. I can't transition that fast. My left hand and my right hand don't talk to each other. And because I'm a man, I can only process one stream of consciousness at a time. Don't go there. Not that kind of a channel. But women know this about men. Like I can use my left hand, or I can use my right hand, or I can sing. I can't play stuff with my left hand and play stuff with my right hand that's different and sing at the same time. Something will suffer because one of those things will require my focus, and I lose focus on everything else I'm doing. So, my goal here, with your help, is to put together a set. I want to learn how to play the piano. I want to teach myself how to play the piano. And because I watched a Stephen Ridley video. That guy who's got a million commercials on YouTube. You can't really watch much on YouTube without seeing Stephen Ridley lately. And he's brilliant and he's an incredible talent. And if I had the money, Stephen, oh my God, I would love to be able to take your course. I can't afford it. But he's the guy that tells you that, oh, if you know these four chords, you can play hundreds and hundreds of songs. And he's right, you can. But you can't do it if you're me, because I can't. And so I want to learn. I would love to learn from Steven, but I don't have that kind of money. So the goal is I want to learn how to play 20 or maybe 25 songs well enough. And that's the key. I don't want to play them perfectly. I've finally, in the last few months of my existence, have realized that nothing I ever do is going to be perfect. And so I just need to get to a place where it's good enough. And I wish you knew me well enough to understand how completely against everything that is in me it is to say, let it be good enough. I've never been that guy, but now I need to be that guy. So it needs to be good enough that I can go and play it at a bar or a piano bar or a club or be the piano player in a band or whatever. Like I need to get there. So with your help, and here's how you're going to help me. if you're willing. And I hope you are, because seriously, I need help. That's what the comments section below. Please don't be a dick in the comments, because this is hard for me. Um, so please, you know, like if you see something that I'm doing that needs some, like, here's the thing that annoys me about a lot of the teaching content that's online. Like, you see, if you watch the Golf Channel, you'll see a video that is like, I used to be Tiger Woods' coach and I can fix your swing. No, you can't fix my swing, Tiger Woods coach. You can't fix my swing because you don't know how I grip the club. You don't know how I move my hips. You don't know how I turn my shoulders. You don't know any of that crap. So all you're going to do is you're going to show me your version and expect me to learn your version. No, that's not what I want to do. I need to go from where I am to where I want to be. Like, while I'm busy besmirching online instructor, I have a course that I teach for advertising copywriting, because I did that for decades. And so I teach other people how to write copy for ads, whether their ads are commercials on the radio or TV or billboards or online or any of that kind of stuff. And I charge people a crap ton of money to teach them how to get from where they are to where they need to be. And I do that by looking at what they do. So if you're Bob in Iowa, and Bob writes me, Bob's assignment from the last class was to write a 30-second commercial for a fast food chain. Well, Bob will write his commercial. He'll send it to me, and I will look at Bob's commercial and go, here, Bob, here's what you need to do with this. Here's how you can make this better. Here's how you can improve on that. To me, that's instruction. And so if you see something that I'm doing that I could do better, or I'm doing wrong or whatever, point it out to me in the comments. And my goal here as well with the accountability portion of it, which again, I'm counting on you for, I want to practice and record my little practice session, which will be like 10 or 15 or 20 minutes. I want to try and do it at least every other day, because this is now something that I've decided I really want to do. And so I need your help doing it. Here, I'll show you. Let me give you so that you know kind of where I am. And again, keeping in mind that I don't know how to do more than one thing at a time. I can do stuff with my left hand. I can do stuff over here with my right hand. I can't do it all at the same time because I'm not smart enough or not talented enough or not used to it or don't have the muscle memory, however you want to describe it. Right now, I can't do it. The way I learn music is I hear things usually on the radio, and because I spent a long time in radio, I was a radio DJ for a very, 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 very long time. And so DJs, you know this, they have this annoying habit of talking over the beginning of songs. And so for me, I know the beginning of thousands of songs because I talked over them for decades, right? And it's why, for a whole lot of songs, I lose track of what to do when the singer starts singing. Because to me, the singer starts singing, that's the wall that you hit. And I have to be done talking by the time the singer starts singing. Because the nasty messages you get if you dare to talk over, there's a lady. If you talk over that, you're dead in rock radio. If you've accidentally stomped on Robert Plant on Stairway to Heaven and you're still yapping when he's talking about the lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, you're done. You're out of a job. So I know what the beginning of the song sounds like, but I don't know where to go with it. And I'll hear a chord. I'll be messing around on the piano and I will accidentally play something. And I'll go, oh, you know what that is? That's the first note in Hard to Say I'm Sorry by Chicago. Who does that? But I'll be like, and you already see it. I don't know where to go. There are some songs that I kind of know well enough that I can play bits and pieces of them to the point where you might be able to pick up on what I'm doing if you really stretch your imagination. Like here, let's try this. See how long it takes you, especially if you're a geezer and you know late 70s Motown groups from Alabama. Wow, am I ever telegraphing this one? You might be able to pick up what song this is kind of intended to sound like. right? Easy, Alabama. And it's supposed to be like, I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. But you notice that as soon as I started singing, I could no longer do the back and for the. Can't do that with the. I can't do that part anymore because my brain is focused on singing. So I need to get to a point where I can do both at the same time. And then I also know, like on that song, so it's right, and then it gets to this, and then before it goes back and repeats that cycle, if you listen to the bass, he does something like it goes no. Right? So he's here. It's no. I can see I can't even pick up midstream. I have to go back to the beginning. There. And so from here, he goes. So if you listen to that song and you love that song, then to you, that's a part of the song that your brain is latched onto, and your brain waits for that. If it doesn't hear it, then there's a disconnect, and it's like, wait, where's that bass thing that I love so much? And it's not there because the person playing it doesn't know it or didn't take the time to learn it or whatever. And I just don't want to be that guy. But I don't know how to do that and get there fast enough and do it with my left hand and still be able to focus on the other things I'm doing. I can't do it. I'm not there yet. And so I need to, there's obviously going to be a lot of repetition involved, blah, blah, blah. So I want to learn 20 songs, 25 songs well enough that I can play them at a club, bottom line. And I need your help doing that. And every once in a while, I'll play something that maybe reminds you of something that you can go, oh, that thing you did sounds like such and such. Like one day I accidentally, that's what it was. I did this. Because I just sit and I'll play. And I'll mess around with stuff. Right? And see, and this is, oh. See, here's another one. Sorry, the pedal is sliding away from me on the floor. Billy Joel, right? She's Always a Woman. Again, God, I wish I could play that, but I can't. Maybe that's one of the ones I need to learn. Maybe that's one of the ones I want to learn. But I don't know how to do it, and I would just frustrate a teacher, and I don't have the money for a teacher. But I want to learn how to do this. And so, yeah, so one day I was messing around and I got to this. And in my brain, because again, spent so many years playing these songs on the radio, the very first note triggers a million things for me. Like, so that's, does that sound like anything to you? Because to me, I hear that, especially these two notes together. To me, that's Phil Collins, Against All Odds. Take a look at me now. That's the first note you hear on that song. So then I would sit and mess with it until I had come up with No, that's not it. So I can do that part. But you notice that even as I'm playing, I mean, I would love to be able to play that and sing it at the same time. Can't. Can't. You want to see how quickly that becomes a train wreck? Okay, so keeping in mind that if I start to try and sing the song properly, the piano will go to hell. It will just become a. There might be kids watching. It'll become a crap show. Here, I'll show you, and I'll. That's the weird thing about this channel is I am going to suck most of the time, and that terrifies me because people on the internet are horrible human beings most of the time. But here, I'm just going to do this and hope that you're gentle with me about how terrible I am. Right, it was here. Okay. How can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave without a trace. Gone. I got to the end of the first verse. The singing sounded terrible because I knew that I was about to lose my place. And so my brain set itself up for this thing of where are you about to lose track of what's going on? And I couldn't concentrate on the singing anymore, so I didn't hit any of the notes. Like, it's so frustrating. And there's other bits and pieces of songs here. You know that song. And again, I know the first note because I played that song probably 4,000 times on the radio. Come on, you know that note. You're probably singing it already if you're old enough. She packed my bags last night. See? Focused on the singing. Forgot what note to play next on the piano. Packed my bags last night. Pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. Now it's going to get complicated. And I'm going to be high. Nope. Can't do it all. And the number of times that I've sat down and done that and gotten frustrated and moved on to a different song. Oh, let's do. But again, I know how it starts. Lonely Boy, Andrew Gold. But I would never be able to, if I start with the "He was born on a summer's day, 1961," then I've lost track of the song and I can't play it anymore. Or here's a perfect example. Ready? Let's see how long it takes you to figure out what song this is. I feel like Eric Clapton doing the acoustic version of Layla. Let's see if you can spot this one. Ready? Here we go. Nope. And then I lose it. I don't know where it goes after this because it's too fast. Anyway, right? New York State of Mind. I don't know how many people I've seen play piano who don't know, who play New York State of Mind without knowing how to play the intro, which is frustrating for me because I know how to play the intro. I don't know how to play the rest of the song. And I can't even play it once it gets to the, because it's too fast. And my pinky, there's no, like, look at that. Hold on. Let me see if I can, like, if I move my pinky, two other fingers are moving. I don't think that's supposed to happen. But a piano player, well, they can move this by itself all day. Maybe I just need to work on muscle control there or something like that. Supertramp. There's a million Supertramp songs that I wish I could. Here. And again, this is one I stumbled upon one day because I was trying to play this and I accidentally played this. And so in my head, because I listened to the first notes of thousands and thousands of songs and have played each of them hundreds and thousands of times, I know that this is the opening to Supertramp's Lord Is It Mine. Don't ask me. I have no... Here goes. But again, if I was to sing there, because that's the end of the intro, I would lose track of where to go on the piano. I don't play that smoothly enough because, you know, at the beginning of the song, you're doing this. And then you got to transition to this. Well, I can't do that without looking at where my fingers are going. And so if I look over here, then I lose track of what's happening up here. And I'm not going to be able to sing through that because I'm concentrating on this and secondarily concentrating on this. And there's no brain power left over for the vocal. Supposedly, the only way I'm going to get past all these roadblocks is repetition and playing it over and over and over again. There's a million songs that I would love to be able to play for you. And there's stuff that I stumble onto completely. Yeah, okay, so ready? Right? Sunday Morning, Maroon 5. And then it does this cool, it's, it does this really, there's a breakdown in the middle where it just, the bass is all over the place and it's going super fast and it's one of the best parts of the whole song. But I can't play that because that's moving around too much. There's too much going on. I'm not there. I want to get there. And so I need your help getting there. I wish there was a song that I could play well enough for you to feel like you knew what it was. But I'm nowhere close to that. Another Supertramp song. Downstream. Took the boats. You see, I've already botched the bass note because I started to sing. Like it's just so frustrating. I mean, there's 100,000 reasons why it's frustrating being me, but this is one of them. And so, yeah, thanks for being patient so far. If you got this far, I'm amazed. Because I don't even know how I got this far without poking my soul out. But let's try this again tomorrow and let's see where it leads. Just in case it leads anywhere. I'm going to sing this down the octave, but this is where Stephen Ridley comes in, right? Where it's like, yes, if you can play 4 chords, you can play hundreds of songs. And a C chord starts so much. C chord starts so much. Here. You know what that is. But it's also here. If I could play fast songs, which I can't, Canadians will know this if you're watching this from Canada. And I also don't know how to work the pedal. Burton Cummings, My Own Way to Rock. Burton Cummings, for people watching from elsewhere in the world, Burton Cummings was the piano player and the lead singer for the Guess Who. These eyes cry every night. Yeah, that's Burton Cummings. But Burton had this incredible solo career, still does have this incredible solo career. And that was a song, that's the beginning of a song called My Own Way to Rock. But then here, this whole idea of doing this, going back and forth up the octave. Tell me how long it figures you take to figure out this song. Wait, there it is. Billy Joel. See, but even as you're watching that, I can't do this part and this part at the same time. Because what the beginning is supposed to be is, right? But because it doesn't do the same thing as this hand is doing, I can't do them together. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm done. I should be done talking a long time ago, because YouTube's going to get mad at me because you didn't watch all the way through to the end of the video. And YouTube is going to say that's because your videos aren't compelling and they suck, so nobody's going to watch them. We're not going to let people see your videos. But thanks for getting this far. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to focus. Tomorrow is probably going to be a pretty decent chunk of the same. Or maybe, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Should I focus on one song? Because here's another of the questions that I have. And I really should put something in there that says, wait, I have an important question at the 27-minute mark. What's the best way to do this? Is the smart way to do it to focus on learning one song at a time and getting it good enough to go and perform somewhere? Because here's my fear is, okay, let's say we focus on that Phil Collins song, right? Because that Phil Collins song doesn't go anywhere else. There's no breakdown in the middle or bridge where it goes someplace else. It's that same set of chords all the way through the song. It's just he does different things with the vocals. So do I focus on a song like that, which instrumentally is easy to play, and work on getting that perfect, and then move on to another song and get that good enough to go play it somewhere? Because then my fear is by the time I've finished working on the second song and making it good enough, then I will have forgotten how to play the Phil Collins song. And by the time I work on the third song and get that to the place where it's good enough, then I will have forgotten the first two. So I don't know how to learn these and practice them without losing all of the progress that I've made. And maybe someone far smarter than I can weigh in on the comments below here as well. If you want, I think based on YouTube videos that I've watched before, somewhere down here, there's probably a button that lets you subscribe if you want to do that. The rest of the videos won't be rambling and meaningless like this one. I just felt like the first one needed to set the context and let you know kind of here's where I am. So thanks for being patient. I'm going to find the stop button far later than I should have found the stop button. And in theory, we're going to get together again tomorrow, okay? Thanks.